Hello friends, welcome to engineering tutorial. So we will continue our discussion with biomedical instrumentation, and in the previous videos we moreover completed our discussion on displacement transducers. Okay, some general displacement transducers we discussed and the basic principles concept associated with it. So in this video, we'll discuss about pressure transducers used for the measurement of pressure in various body parts, okay, as a physiological parameter. So pressure measurement is an important uh, thing in medical instrumentation in the medical field, as it is a very important physiological parameter of diagnostic and analytical significance. So the commonly used physiological parameter which we always hear is blood pressure. So that also requires pressure transducers to monitor, and nowadays the biomedical devices, they're highly sophisticated, where we directly get a digital readout on an LCD display which displays whatever thing which we are trying to measure, and we get a numeric output. So it is all the contribution of biomedical instrumentation, signal processing techniques, sensors, accurate and precise transducers. So the basic principle of pressure measurement, it involves use of displacement transducers. So the displacement transducers which we have discussed, that are also used for pressure measurement. So the principle which is used is that here we have a diaphragm. Okay, we have also discussed about pressure measurement, primary sensing elements, diaphragm, bellows, Bourdon tube, we have all discussed. So here a diaphragm is used as a link between the source of pressure and the displacement transducer. So one end of the diaphragm is connected to the source of pressure, the body part where the pressure is to be measured, the pressure fluctuations are to be monitored. So what happens is that because of the fluctuating pressure, the diaphragm, it undergoes compression and expansion. Okay, it undergoes expansion and compression. So when it undergoes expansion and compression, the other end, which is connected to the displacement transducer, it causes movement in the uh, sensing element of the displacement transducer, and that movement is measured by the displacement transducer. So the compression and expansion of the diaphragm is dependent on the pressure fluctuations, and the output of the displacement transducer is dependent on the compression and expansion of the diaphragm. So we can say that the output of the displacement transducer is indirectly related to the source of pressure. So here diaphragm is the primary sensing element, this is the secondary sensing element, which gives us a electrical output, voltage or current equivalent to the source of pressure. It is calibrated with respect to that. So we are going to discuss about the potentiometric pressure transducers. We have already discussed about potentiometer as a displacement transducer. So here we'll see how it can be used to measure pressure. So there are various ways in which displacement transducers can be used. It can be of capacitive type, inductive type, strain gauge type, LVDT differential transformer type, linear and angular encoders, piezoelectric type, potentiometer type. So here we'll discuss about the potentiometer type. So we have already discussed about what potentiometer is. So we'll not go into detail about how it works, because I've already discussed about it in sensors transducers and also in biomedical instrumentation. So it is a resistive transducer which can be of linear type or rotatory motion type, and it operates on the voltage division rule principle. So the basic principle of potentiometer is that it consists of a resistive element on which a movable arm, it can either move in linear way or in a rotatory way. So here for the measurement of biomedical pressure, body pressure measurement in various body parts, suitable electrodes are placed on the specific body part where the pressure is to be measured. Then it is connected to the diaphragm. Now, because of the fluctuations in the pressure, the diaphragm, it undergoes compression and expansion, and then because of that it causes movement in the movable arm. This is the linear potentiometer, this is the rotatory potentiometer. So when it undergoes movement, it gives us a voltage output depending on the location of the contact or the wiper. So the output which we get is normally in voltage form. Applying voltage division rule, we get the output voltage is the supply voltage, simple application of voltage division rule, and we get this value. And then after the output is obtained, it is then fed to suitable signal conditioning circuitry for amplification, filtering of noise and interference signal, frequency response matching, linearization of the output, and then it is given to the display. So that is the basic principle. Okay, conversion of the fluctuations of pressure into suitable movement by the diaphragm, and that movement of the potentiometer, it gives us a electrical output. So only to get an electrical output here we are using the displacement transducer, because simple movement of the diaphragm doesn't mean anything. Yes, we can connect an alternative to this is that directly at the other end of the diaphragm we can use a pointer scale arrangement. Yes, we can use that, but that will not be as accurate and precise as compared to the electrical version, that is the mechanical scale, pointer scale arrangement, like we do in Bourdon tube, also in bellows. We can use that approach. At this end we can connect a mechanical pointer scale arrangement, we can do that, but that will be not that accurate. If we want to get a digital output, we have to convert it into electrical signal, voltage and current form. So for that purpose we have to connect a secondary sensing element. Here we have used a resistive transducer potentiometer. Okay, so this is the potentiometric transducer for pressure measurement. So I hope you like this video, and please subscribe my channel Engineering Tutorial for more such videos related to engineering, science and technology. Have a great day. Thank you very much.